back to the channel, Trim Men for Women. That's right. If you stay trim, the ladies will flock to him. As always, we coming out with a video every week, if not every other week. And of course, I'll be talking to the guys, but ladies, you're more than welcome to tune in, because honestly, this information goes both ways, so it's a win-win. And today's video is going to be talking about why listening does more than talking in a relationship. Sometimes listening can carry more weight than talking because it creates an emotional safety net. It could be the foundation of a relationship, honestly, a healthy one at that. Because as a guy, you know, I'm sure your lady wants to talk. And if you can sit back and listen sometimes, especially when she needs it, she'll probably love you more, treat you a little better and stuff like that. And when you're truly listening, you're not just hearing words. You're not showing your partner that whatever they're talking about doesn't matter. But instead that you're showing them that their thoughts, their feelings, and whatever they're experiencing at the time, it matters to you. And that can be very powerful because not all the time people listen. And we've all been there before where, you know, maybe your significant other is making the same mistake, or you tell them something and it's one ear out the other. And that can get a little annoying over time. And it also shows that they don't really care that much. And it shows a lot about their character. And it makes you second guess why even being with them. And for starters, it builds trust. People open up more when they feel understood. How many times have you got like a little relief off your chest after you told somebody something that's going on with your life, and they'll say something like, "Me too," and then it just opens up more conversation. Genuine listening tells your partner that, hey, you're safe with me. You know what I'm saying? If you need anything, I'm there for you. And also, it reduces conflict. You know, when someone's trying to tell you how they feel and then you rebuttal with something right immediately after, that is creating this tense environment and both of y'all just going back and forth, and that's how arguments start. Most arguments happen because someone's feeling unheard. When both people are listening with the goal of understanding, the tension drops, you know. Sometimes you don't even have to respond. Just let them talk, let them get it out, be the bigger person. And then if you want to say something, wait a couple of seconds, tell them, okay, I understand where you're coming from, and this is how I feel. Something as simple as that can make y'all go from arguing to just having a conversation. Because what you don't want to do is have it escalate into something more. Because we know how that goes. Y'all probably throwing stuff at each other. You know, I ain't gonna say girls the only toxic one, but man, they get to throwing stuff at you. And then what can you do? Nothing. So to keep that stuff from happening to you, just listen sometimes. And also, it deepens the connection. Talking expresses who you are, but listening lets you discover who your partner is. And that's a big key, because that discovery creates closeness to both of you. So if you can sit back and just listen to your partner speak, you understand, okay, maybe they're more sensitive than who I thought they were in the beginning, because maybe they were trying to show like a little toughness, or, you know, maybe this person is not for me because they just don't understand where I'm coming from. So you never know. That's why it's good to listen instead of just talk. And number 4, it makes communicating meaningful. It's not repetitive. You know, when you're listening before speaking, your words become more thoughtful and relevant. Conversations, they'll stop looping, and the solution becomes clear to you. Because like I said, when y'all are both trying to get your point out across at the same time, how many times you argue a week, a month? You know, it becomes repetitive. It becomes a natural part of y'all's relationship. And in the long run, you know that's not healthy. And it probably wants y'all to create space for each other, which also is healthy. But if you plan on being with this person and being in the same house as this person, you're not going to have much space, you know. You're going to be under a roof. Y'all most likely share the same room. What happens when one of y'all wants to sleep in a room and then the other has to sleep on the couch or something like that? That's not healthy. So y'all want to come to terms together and hear each other out. And last but not least, listening shows love more effectively than just words alone. Anybody can say I care, I love you, but listening proves it. Because when you're listening and you're not just talking, then you can actually put meaning behind what you're saying. You know, a lot of people be like, oh, I don't want to hear about it, I don't want to see about it, or don't tell me about it, be about it. That just simply means that, yeah, you keep talking and telling me you love me and that and things are gonna change, but I don't see no action behind it. So if you could silence that out and be about your word, people will respect you more just off what you do than what you say. And like I said, this video is gonna be short, and that's the end of this. So if you like it, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe on what topic I should cover next. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.